Hey you guys. Okay, I am logged into a Mail Chimp account here. It's not mine. I use my Mail Chimp account also for my photography business, so I have a lot of junk in mine. So I wanted to keep it a little bit cleaner, easier on the eyes. So I am logged into Jen's Mail Chimp account, and I'm going to show you how I create a campaign. Now, you guys might have better ways of doing this, and I'm still learning and going as I go, of course. So this is just how I do this for those of you who have never used MailChimp at all. So I hope this is at least somewhat helpful. So when you log in, you're actually taken to your dashboard. And your dashboard may look something like this. And what happens is, what the very first thing you want to do is create your list first. Creating that list means clicking this button here will allow you to set up your new list. So my first list of leads from David's Bridal, I think I just named it like David's Bridal #1 or something like that. So you could name it whatever you want to do, and then fill in these boxes, which I think is pretty self-explanatory. And creating this list, that spreadsheet that they send to you, just copy and paste directly from Excel to this list. So create your list first, and then once you've created your list, go to your campaigns. And in campaigns, it'll show you everything that you've ever created, whether it's just a draft or whether it's actually been sent out. This is exactly what I do. I go up here to the right, I click on Create Campaign, and don't know what all these are, but the only one I have ever used is regular old campaign. So click on that, and usually here is where you would indicate which list it's going to, but because Jen doesn't have any lists set up yet, it's going to say that she can just send it to herself as a test. So that's what I'm going to opt in for now. And name your campaign. So this could be called David's, and nobody sees this but the MailChimp account holder. So I'm going to call this David's Bridal Introductory Email Hong Test. Subject, remember non-spammy, so I'm going to use Lexi's suggestion of regarding your wedding day. Your from name, JBK Skinny Wraps, your email address that you'd like to use, and then if you're using merge tags, you could definitely personalize it with their names, but you don't have to, and I'm not going to cover that here. All these other options here with tracking. I always track the opens, the clicks, and the plain text clicks, just so I can get that percentage of how many people are opening the emails and clicking on links. Social media, I actually do unclick this because I don't want people posting to Facebook, I guess, because then this automatically tweets or automatically sends out my newsletter to Facebook if I choose to, and this is going to a specific list, and I don't want this posted for everybody on my Facebook and Twitter to see. If it was like a generic informational email, definitely, but not this one. Under more options, authenticating the campaign and auto-converting video, I always leave this checked. And I don't even know what this is, so we're just going to click next. On this next screen, you pick a template to start with if you have any templates that you've built and created already. You can go with pre-designed, which I don't really like because you can't fully customize it, so I use the email designer. So click on email designer, and this is what it looks like, and I have my email that I sent out here open as a reference, and I click on basic templates. And this one I did here was a basic 1-column design. You can pick whatever your heart desires. My team newsletters that I send out are like 2 columns or left sidebar, I can't remember. But you can choose whatever you want. For purposes of this, I'm just going to click on the 1 column. And you can preview them. You can preview what they look like by clicking that preview button. It'll show you what it looks like on a computer and on a mobile device. So X out of that. I'm going to select the 1 column by clicking on the select, and it takes you to this next screen. It comes up with the basic design of the email, and then all of these options here under this content tab, you can drag and drop these boxes. Like, okay, we already have text here, but if this text box wasn't here, you could drag this text block and just drop it wherever you need it. It's super simple. I'm going to close out of that, and I'm going to delete this because I actually don't need it. But you can see here I've got this area up top, it gives you a short preview of your email's content, because some people actually have images blocked on their emails so that images do not automatically appear, meaning all they'll be able to see is text. So this little snippet here is great, because this snippet is also what shows up like when if you've ever checked your phone or emails from your mobile device, you know that you get like a first couple of sentence previews. This is what people see. So if you guys come up with something snazzier, let me know, because I'd love to use it as well, but that's what I came up with that we're using right now. This is where I have the independent distributor logo, and you can click on browse. I've already uploaded it to Jen's image library, so I'm just going to select it from here. And this one is already left aligned. When you upload an image, it automatically center aligns it, but I like the look of it being a left aligned one. I know, small detail. And then I put a divider. I want a divider, so I grab this divider icon and drop it right where I need it. And you can see it defaults to this gray color, but I like the green color to keep everything cohesive with our brand. And disregard this box. This is my nerd geek side, but they're just hex codes, and I was just grabbing that. Okay, so I'm going to paste that there and hit tab, and you can see that it changes to that green that I've used for that background there. Speaking of background, the design tab here under page is where you can change your background color and everything else. So it's that grayish color right now. I'm going to copy and paste that same green for the background there. And I know it looks bright, but I promise it's the same one that I have on mine. Okay, so that changes your background color. You've got this going, and I want an image in between the text and this divider. So I'm going to go back to this content tab, grab this image block holder, and drop it where I want it. And then I'm going to browse for an image, and because I already uploaded this weekend wedding checklist to this image library, I'm just going to be able to select it, and it's automatically in there. Just a short note to you guys, on my email campaign, this It Works Global Independent Distributor, I have it linked to my website. And in order for you to do that, all you have to do when you click on the image block is click on edit, and it'll pull up the photo editor. Oh, hold on. Link. I'm sorry. Click on link. And you can link it to a web address, email address, a file, an Anchor link, and Gather event, which I don't even know what those mean because I don't use them. But you can put in any web address right here. Mine is just pointed to my replicated website, so I won't pop that in there. But you can definitely do so, because usually people assume that those are logos and headers like that are links. So include that there if you'd like. And so I dropped this image in, and then seriously the hardest part about creating these campaigns is coming up with the text. Obviously we're sharing what we use and everything else, which I think is awesome. So there's your text, copy and paste. Make it sound more like you if you'd like to, but so I started with a quote and then just some fancy schmancy verbiage there. So I like including a picture of myself with my email campaigns, both to my team, to potential clients, because I think it's important for people to see who they are doing business with. So in order for you to add images to a text block like this one, just put your cursor, click the mouse wherever you want to insert the image, and then go up here in this little icon, that little file manager image icon, click on it. And you can drop an image in from your image library or upload a new image and just drop it in there. That's what you do. If you wanted to create a link, like right here, I have this website link and it goes to my replicated website. Just type out whatever word you want to use for it, like website here. Highlight the word as you see me doing here, and go up here till you find this like paperclip looking icon. Click on it, and it'll pop up with this window where you can put in your replicated website link, or your Facebook business page link, or whatever it is that you want to link it to. But that's how you would create a link, and that's save and close, and that's it for the text part. And then one other thing is I always include the social media buttons. So there's social share, which allows people to click a button and it'll share it to their Facebook profile or whatnot, but social follow is what I'm interested in. So I'm going to grab the social follow and drop it here at the bottom of the email. But I also want a divider between the text and the social follow. So you could do this two ways. You can go back to content and grab a divider block and drag it to where you need it. Or, because on this one here I've already changed the coloring and everything to match that green there, you can click this plus sign. It'll duplicate the block and drop it right below the original one, and then you can grab right at this cursor here and pull it down to wherever you want to place it. So I want to place it right there, and it's done. And going back to the social follow buttons, this is where you can customize this a whole lot. So let's go to settings really quickly, and this is where you can play with this to find one that you like the best. You can see on mine I prefer the smaller icons, and I changed the text color to green to be a little bit more cohesive, because by default you can see that it's red and it's bright colored various colors. So you can, this is where, so play with it, find one that works for you. I'm going to keep it both icon and text. I like the center alignment. I like the smaller icon so it's not taking so much room, and I'm changing it so that it's not all of these crazy colors here. Under style is where you can change this coloring, and I forgot the code of the green already. So I'm going to go back here really quick, grab that hex code, put it in here, and voila. And then I'm going to go back to the content tab here. So you can add up to 10 social media buttons within this one block if you wanted to. And you can see all these options: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, Google+, Tumblr, Instagram, email, and website. I've included my Facebook business page, a Twitter, my replicated website, my Instagram account, and an email link. I do have a YouTube channel and stuff, but for now, just to keep it simple, I didn't include every single thing possible. So this is where you customize it. So Facebook is the first one. You would facebook.com/ I don't know, I'm assuming it's probably like JBK Skinny Wraps. Make sure, double check the accuracy of your links to make sure that they work properly, but that's where you would add it, and you can change this so that it says whatever you want it to. Twitter, same thing, insert your Twitter handle, and then under website, so the automatic text that shows up is website, and I changed mine to shop 24/7 so people know that that's available. So that's where you can add more services if you wanted to, and then you save and close it. But this is the gist of it. This is the basics of creating a campaign and being able to send it out to whichever list that you're sending it out to. So click on next. Once you're done creating it, this is what it looks like for people who don't have HTML email options enabled. They get plain text, which you can see is not very pretty. But click next, and it'll show you here. This is where it's ready to send. You can send it immediately, or you can schedule your campaign. I work on all of my business stuff at weird hours of the night, so I find myself always having to schedule the campaign, and this is where you can select when to schedule it. My recommendations, based on everything that I've learned and I've been taught, is to avoid Mondays and Fridays, and that Tuesday mornings are the best time to send an email campaign. So you can schedule it for a Tuesday morning, or Wednesday or Thursday, of course, and send it based on your time zone. And then I only use the free account, and Jen, looks like Jen does too, so I don't use these other options, so I'm not sure. Those don't apply to me right now, so I skip those, and then you just click on schedule campaign, and that's it. And it'll send out your campaign to your list. It'll also let you know in your email, by sending you an email, congratulations, your campaign has been sent. And then you just log back in later in the day and go to your dashboard. Will show you, this is what Jen's looks like, but your dashboard will show you any campaigns that you've sent out, and show you the live statistics of that campaign. So that is sending out a campaign in a nutshell, and I hope it was a little bit helpful, you guys.